Hello, it's Dumplet here. Welcome to part 16 of 25 of the College Entrance Test Review. Credits to the Review Masters for providing me with these items. Now to continue, item 61. If 4 lines are drawn in a plane, what is the maximum possible number of points of intersection of the lines? Now, I guess our first instinct is to draw lines, so let's try to draw one. And I guess it's obvious enough that 2 lines will only intersect in at most 1 point from our geometry lessons. Now the third line, I can try to make it intersect both the first and the second line. And then for the fourth line, I can find a way to make it intersect one line, the second line, and the third line, like this. So that seems to be the most optimal way. And let's just check. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 intersection points. So with this logic, I guess it's safe to say that, or it's a nice guess for us to say, okay, 6 might be a good choice, but here's a choice of 7, so we're not really sure if this is really optimal, but indeed the answer is 6, and we'll be able to prove that the answer is 6. So we're going to use the concept, or the well-known postulate, that 2 lines intersect in at most 1 point. So if 2 lines intersect in at most 1 point, all we have to do is just find the number of ways to have a pair of lines. And to do that, we're going to use a combination. In fact, we're going to have n choose 2. So it's also written as nc2 like this. So n choose 2. Note that n choose 2 can be written as n factorial divided by 2 factorial times n minus 2 factorial. And I've simplified that for you guys. It's going to just simply be n times n minus 1 all over 2. So where n is the number of lines. Now since n in this case is 4, we're going to substitute 4 as 4 into n. So we're going to have 4 times 4 minus 1 over 2. Now 4 minus 1 here equals 3. So 4 times 3, that's 12. Divided by 2, we're going to get the answer of 6. So since I would have 6 pairs of lines, there is a maximum of 6 intersection points. So do remember this formula, n times n minus 1 all over 2. That's going to give you the maximum number of points of intersection of the n lines. So do remember that. So for the next item, the perimeter of a triangle is 90 centimeters. The measure of the longest side is 6 less than the sum of the measure of the other 2 sides. 4 times the measure of the shortest side equals sum of the measures of the other 2 sides. What is the length in cm of the shortest side of the triangle? Now, this question might be long, but in fact, the only 2 sentences that we need is this one and this one. Now, why is that so? So 4 times the measure of the shortest side. Now, let's make the shortest side be S. And then let's just make the other 2 sides B and C. It doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to make S for shortest. So 4 times the shortest side equals the sum of the measures of the other 2 sides. So just B plus C. Now, what's nice about this is that B plus C can be written in terms of S because of the fact that the perimeter of the triangle is 90. So 90, the perimeter, can be written as the sum of the sides. So there's a shortest and we have the other 2 sides. So we can write B plus C as follows. B plus C equals, just subtract S from both sides, 90 minus S. And that's nice because we can substitute directly. So I'll have 4S is equal to 90 minus S. And add S on both sides, I'm going to get 5S is equal to 90. And all I have to do is just divide both sides by 5. So S here would give us 18. So we have 18 here as our answer. Next, for item 63, in the figure, KLMN is a parallelogram with angle measures as marked. Find the value of x plus y. Now, we're going to use the properties of the angles in a parallelogram. So we have opposite angles, or this. Opposite angles in a parallelogram are congruent, which means they have the same measure, or a pair of adjacent angles. They are supplementary, so if I add the 2, it's going to be 180. So highlighted in the blue with blue underline, we can equate them since they are opposite angles. And for the green angle, we're going to take the supplement of 105. So again, to get the supplement, we subtract the angle from 180. So we're going to get that 180 minus 105 is 75. Now I'm not putting the degree symbol, but there should be a degree symbol. Now, since 75 is the supplement of 105, we know that this angle should equal 75 degrees. So we'll have two equations, x plus 2y equals 105 and 3x minus 2y equals 75. Now, all we have to do is just perform system linear equations. So if I add the two equations, so x plus 2y plus 3x minus 2y, note how the 2y's will cancel. So essentially, I'm just adding x and 3x, which is going to give me 4x, will equal to 105 plus 75. You guys can do the math. That's going to equal 180 because, well, we have here that's going to be this. They are supplements of each other, so 180. Solving for x here, we'll have x is equal to 45. So we're done with getting the x, so what we need next is the value of y. So let me just put here x equals 45. Now if x is 45, let's just use the first equation. I'll have 45 plus 2y, and that's equal to 105. Now I'll get the 2y equals, subtract 45 from both sides. So 105 minus 45, that gives me 60. And all I have to do is just divide both sides by 2. So y would, in this case, would give me y equals 30. So I have x now, and I have y. So all I have to do is just x and y. So it's going to be 45 plus 30. And this gives me 75. And indeed, this is the answer. So 75 is the answer. So we'll have choice A. For item 64, what is the sum of the measures of the angles of this polygon? So there's a formula for that. So if we have a polygon with n sides, the sum of the measures of the interior angles is just 180 times n minus 2. Now you can try using the values of n equals 3 for a triangle, n equals 4 for a square, and you'll be able to get that it's going to be 180 and 360. So this is the shortcut for all the polygons. So all I have to do is just find n, which is the number of sides. So we just count. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are 7 sides. So it's a heptagon. So the interior angles of a heptagon will add up to 180 times 7 minus 2. Now 7 minus 2 here is 5. So the answer is just 180 times 5. You guys can do the maths. So we're just going to end up with 900. So the sum of the measures of the angles of the polygon with 7 sides, also known as a heptagon, will be equal to 900 degrees. So we'll have choice B for this item. Hopefully you guys learned something new from this video, and I'll see you in part 17. Bye bye.